yo, we getting the fuck out of here today. Cause I say, yeah. I mean, yeah. We've been in this cold ass, fucked up weather for too long. I'm sitting at a spot where I was sitting at when I first got to Reno, and now like I'm gonna leave here. I'm trying to like, every time I like try to say goodbye to a spot, even when it's like fucked up. Oh fuck, man, I need to sleep on the fucking bus. See, I'm getting me a Greyhound bus too. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Cause this place is, it's not like this is barely a city. And you can't, there's, it's interesting. Lake Tahoe was, I told you about that. I'm probably going to Utah now. The way these train lines are and other things, I can't get to like Las Vegas through like Amtrak or Greyhound. Well, I can through Greyhound, but the ticket is like too much, and I ain't staying in this town, this small city. See, it's known as Reno is known as the smallest city in America, the smallest or the smallest city in the world is what they call Reno, and then Carson City, that is the capital of Nevada. I was there. I saw the Pony Express thing, and it had a little plaque that had all the like riders on it. Anybody who ever rode for them and shit, like delivered mail from like and things and good from way over there in Missouri to way over there in like Sacramento, in San Francisco, California. Like I was right there next to the like post where you know they used to like have the fucking people stop at the Pony Express trying to stop at so they could like stop off and deliver mail and then get on their way down to the next spot, which was like from here westward would be Sacramento and San Francisco, and then all these other places to the east, like so many other places that had the routes they took and other things. It was cool when I saw that in Carson City, and then I had that friend I met there, but she like was kind of playing games and stuff. So I don't want to have to leave people in that kind of manner, but I don't think she understood that I was like a guy that likes to do shit like, or not even likes to do shit like this, but I don't like to fucking do that. So I did spend some time, you know, at a shelter, but guess what? This shelter was not so cool, y'all. I ain't doing it. So basically, I'll find friends who would help me out eventually. When I get to these places, I've already stayed at some people's house, but it's only happened for me 3 times on this journey. I'm like, oh fuck, taking baths and sinks and shit like that. They call that a bitch bath. You know, I I try to like keep my hair right as Jackrabbit, but out here on the corner, I'm like, girl, you gotta like be like this. You're a, you know, you're a woman of experience. I'm out here for you. I exist so you can, basically essentially fuck around with me and have an experience with me. I'm talking about that shit on my other channel. That's Jupiter energy. But here just my dick likes to like fuck around with girls. Not even girls, but you act that way because I hate tropical. Like I can like fucking weak. It's like I know you're, you know, thinking about me, because I'm more of a like introverted guy. So I'm kind of similar. I can do similar things as bitches can. Like I know when you think about me and other stuff, but only on a certain level. Not like you might think. I told you gotta find it for me first. Basically, find my dick first. Then after that. you know, I'll find your, box and eat it out, cause like I'm out here like an animal, bro. Like you see the rabbit here, we ain't trying to live like this all the time. This shit's hard. We need to like get our money right. Once that happens, things will get better. I'll be taking fast car and other shit while I'm just out here, just existing in America, running around. I would love to get like not just shoes, but like some fucking spikes. I've been seeing some times and shit. And I'm like, man, I gotta next time, like when I get to Salt Lake City or whatever city I stop at, um, I'm finding that high school that's there, or that college, and I'm finding them hurdles again. Um, like I always do that shit, man. I fucking will. And then I learned a little bit, and also when I was here, I learned a little bit of jujutsu, kempo, karate. It's just a little move, like it's a defensive move to like get people off your dick. That's all it is. And like a little bit of fluidity and just basic shit, man. Like nothing too crazy. Somebody could like I could teach that to somebody else like real quick. It's nothing hard, nothing too advanced. What else did I do when I was here? I got to find some drinking acts. I went into some casinos and I actually found $5, and I also got $1 off the machine. I didn't learn how to play any of the games, so I was just in there to see if somebody would see me. But I guess they just probably thought I was already there and already together. Like what I'm saying is they already knew that. They probably thought that I like knew how to play these games and shit that were on like the fucking machines and stuff. Like cards, and I played pool. You guys saw that video on this channel. I was playing pool. And she was playing my pool. I'm like, Jay Rabbit. No, like we ain't gonna stop doing the shit we're doing until animals find us and want to help us out and not fuck around. Like it's fine to fuck around in non-sexual ways if you're a guy. Teach me some things, challenge me on some things. That's fine. That's an orange or yellow. Is that the fuck around type shit. Those other guys. Um, you know, I am. Oh fuck, I am. I'm getting out of here though. Like I've been here way too long. I've been here since. Fuck, I've been here since. Oh boy, I've been here since February. Holy shit, I've been here a long time. Hold on, I have to look back at my fucking videos and shit, y'all. Cause that's crazy as fuck. Niggas have to like get out of here and like do other things. Oh no, I've been here like, hmm, I've been here a decent amount of time, enough to know that this area is not for me and other things. Especially at this time of year, I'll never come back to this spot like this area. Like not without like it being summertime. It has to at least be summertime for me to come back here. And I did have a friend, that was, kind of helpful. She, showed me around the area, and she even showed me some diamonds she had and other things. She was talking about doing stuff, but unfortunately it didn't go right. But some people come through for you, some people don't. When you live like this, you gotta like, I don't know. You gotta give people chances, but then you also gotta be like, if they're wasting my time, you gotta get the fuck away from them because your time is precious and say cool. And that's coming from Green Angel and stuff. But I hop around because I hop around and fuck around. Um, yeah, I'm trying to find that Greyhound bus station. It's like down the road. Um, what else am I doing? I went to a bar last night and it was alright. They have music playing and other shit. It was cool, I guess. Like, but the experience here was a fucking like 4.8 out of 10. Not the best weather, not the best any of that. I imagine Utah is gonna be the same way. But when I get to Utah, I'm gonna go southwards and I'm gonna go towards New Mexico. Hopefully, be there then next. Utah, New Mexico. Utah though, I never thought I'd be going there. Like next, I thought I'd be going somewhere else. But I'll let you know what goes down and other shit, y'all. Um, Niggas were coming up on some dollar bills and other things. Yeah, once you get to the right area with the right people. But yeah, yeah, I'll talk about shit on my other channel too. Always. This channel is just as important. Um, yeah, I get my things from this list. Wildcats say cool, because you're fucking old and other things. I don't want to like, fuck around and be too like rude or anything. But what I'm saying is, you can't like play games too much. Like what I'm saying is, girls play games with their looks, right? And I play games with my looks too. You see, I got the maybe face going, I guess, but not really. But you girls gotta, learn how to hawk down and do that stuff because like your beauty will like only last so long. Maybe you girls are in the mindset of, and I'm talking about you wildcats, you cougars and stuff. But you are in the mindset of, you're like, okay, well, my beauty might diminish, but like inner beauty's still a thing. Well, that might be true, but somebody like me, if they're being honest, ain't gonna want to fuck with you anymore if you don't look beautiful and stuff. So we might as well fuck around now where we're both still, looking good. And that ain't cool. Cause I'll give you bounce back. I don't know what the fuck other people, they do other things for you and other stuff. That's great and other things. You like to appreciate people and that's fine. But you gotta appreciate me. That's not right. Cause I'm young Jackrabbit. Um, oh, yeah. Bouncing around. I'm actually about to bounce out of here in a minute, but yeah, I'll be somewhere out here in America talking about my experience, seeing things, challenging people on some things. One day I might have people on these videos with me, every once in a while, but it's mainly my life and my channel. Oh my God, I need to like find some better, dojos, better, spikes so I can run on some track meets, some weak ass track meets, because I'm not a pro, but I can beat some like amateurs. I know that much. Niggas got enough fucking, everything. Um, we were walking around in the streets every day. I had to walk to find some like, somewhere to like sleep my head last night. Like every night, it's the same thing. We live the life of an animal. An animal runs around and finds, we are basically in survival mode right now. We get money from our friendly acquaintances who like to drop it off for us. We just like to, be like, hey, I heard, you're this guy, you know, I want to help you out. I want to get you some food. I want to give you a couple dollars. I want to get you some things. So you can survive out here on the corner. You left home and you wanted to start anew, but you didn't quite, understand that you would be living like this. And then it's true, but as you live and you learn, but you also have to have my funds for me too. I ain't gonna work some weak ass job. We ain't doing that no more. As we don't even have IDs and other things, boy. Um, and then I have to keep telling that to like the fucking guys who are older than me. They ain't appreciating it, but I told them, we don't have the shit that you want us to have. Like, you're like, well, you need a birth certificate to get on this job. You need ID. Calm down, little bitch. There's other things that I can do. You can. It's called you let me work because I know how to fucking do stuff. And then I can work and do other things. But like that pay has to be good too. Like I'll stay out here and keep doing like this until then. And then you girl, you have to like care about me at least. I ain't saying you gotta love me or be around me for like too long, but girl, you gotta like have some care. and take health care. That's just dick down your mouth. But other things too. I'm, I'm always forward. Um, but I am sensual at first. We take shit slow over here, girl. You have to calm down. Stand down, bitch. It's fine. You know, niggas ain't going nowhere. As long as you ain't flying around and doing too much. I would say as an extrovert girl, she really needs the. That's what I know. But other animals, get scared and shit because they're like weak ass animals. Um, and that's like introverted girls do too. I feel like they don't like my childishness. Yeah, but it's fine. It gives them energy and shit, so it's cool. It's a good trade off. They give me, their wisdom and experience, and I give them my, childish, you know, you know, energetic type of experience, and it's great. Um, but it's not that right now. We live in okay right now. This is a 4 out of 10. We have to keep on improving out here and say cool. Um, but of this other stuff, um, you animals take care of yourself and shit because other people out here, want to like suppress you and tell you shouldn't fuck around, you shouldn't make money. We live in America. You can make money, you can fuck around if you want to. Um, People are out there for you and stuff too. You just gotta like know they're there and keep finding that shit. And that's what I'm doing. It's a journey. And I'm enjoying it, but I'm also not enjoying it because this fucked up weather really got me like in a way, have me feeling some types of way. But you guys, I'll tell you, I'm still hopping around. I'm still on Jack Out. I'm still doing the shit I'm supposed to.